Welcome back. This is the Kelly Roach Show. And today we are answering another written in question that I think can have a powerful impact for each and every one of you. And the question was, how do I shift my company culture to command respect and get results? And to add further context, the comment that was made specifically was, I feel like I'm being taken advantage of by my team. Okay. And I think that there's been a time where every person who has a team has had a period of time or a season where they feel like they're pouring everything into the business and they're not getting what they want out of the business. And maybe you feel that right now about your company or about your team. And the reason why I'm so passionate about the book Bigger Than You that I wrote, that is about how to create a championship team, is that I really want to not just change the narrative around the relationships that you can have with the people that work in your business and for you in your company, but I want to empower you and give you the tools that you need to create a team culture and a company environment in which both you and your employees can thrive. And I've been through so many highs and so many lows on this journey. And I've had the experience of cultivating many leaders over many, many years in my Fortune 500 experience, and now as a business leader across my 5 companies. And I can tell you, we just wouldn't be where we are without those relationships. And it really, truly does come down to relationships. So, first of all, I just want to share thank you so much for this question. And second of all, you're not alone. And third of all, I want to make sure that everyone that is listening to the show today, if you want bigger and better results from your team and you want to see your company thrive, I want you to make sure that you are on the early notification list for the Bigger Than You audiobook release. It is coming in November. It is expanded. It is updated. I have added 7 bonus chapters for your empowerment to help you to build your dream team and to step into not just team leadership, but self leadership at the next level to create all of your goals and all of your dreams and desires in your business. So if you haven't already, make sure you scroll down below this video and click to be on the early notification list so that the moment pre-orders are available, you can jump on that and take advantage of this incredible audio journey that is going to give you the tools, the strategies, and the mindset shifts that you need to step into visionary leadership at the highest level and to build a winning team around you of people that honor your mission and are fully invested in the dream that you are trying to bring into fruition in the world. So I hope you'll take full advantage of that. Once again, you can scroll down below this video and click to get on the early notification list so that you are notified the moment that pre-orders are available. Okay, so let's talk about this. One of the biggest things that causes friction internally in companies is unspoken or unclarified, if that's even a word, expectations, meaning your expectations of your employees or of your team are unspoken. They are assumed, not clarified. And expectations, a lot of times people think an expectation is around an outcome or a deliverable or a task that needs to be completed. But really, that starts in a completely different place. The ability to drive peak performance consistently with your team actually starts with an over communication of both vision and values. Write that down, vision and values. And you have to start by shaping and building the culture around a set of values, a set of very clear values that provide a playbook for how we operate, how we interact with one another, and how we do business, both internally as a team and externally in the market. Almost every time that someone doesn't work out in your company, you have someone that is misaligned with culture. And a lot of times the person could do the job that you want them to do, but they're not doing the job that you want them to do. And friction leads to dissatisfaction, leads to, underperformance, and ultimately a dissolution of that relationship, right? So when you want to command more respect in your business and you want to shift the culture of your company into a peak performance state where you don't feel like you're being taken advantage of by your employees, you have to be clear and be vigilant in over communicating the value system and the expectations of how the company conducts itself over and over and over again. Because if you focus on this is how we are going to be, this is how we're going to behave, this is how we're going to act, this is how we're going to interact, that then drives everything that is applied to every task that we complete, every interaction that we have, everything that we do, right? So, for example, if you have a core value of never ending improvement, which this is one of our core values, we talk about this almost every week, many times every day on the Miracle Hour. A core value of ours is never ending improvement. So, what that means is that culturally an expectation has set that we are never going to be complacent. We are never going to say, well, that's good enough. We'll just leave that there. We are always going to be having a conversation about how we can improve ourselves, how we can improve our products, programs, and services, how we can improve our way that we are being so that we can impact what we are doing. Okay. And so you have to develop your set of core values. One of your core values, for example, may be we're proactive at all times, right? We're proactive problem solvers at all times. One of the things that is another core value within our company is that everyone's voice matters and everyone is expected to use their voice to both raise problems, to share solutions, to be both invested in problem and solution so that we can keep evolving as a company, right? So when you see that the culture is not in congruence with what you would like it to be, the first thing that you have to look at is yourself. When you look at the way that your team perceives you as a leader, is that perception of you as a leader one that commands respect? Do they feel like you're in control of the ship? Do you come with a plan? Do they feel that you have conviction around what you're doing and why? Are you showing up consistently for both them, your clients, and your market? Are you showing up energetically in a way that is congruent with how you want them to show up energetically? So, the first big set of assessments that you have to do when you don't like what's happening culturally in your company is you have to look at yourself. And you have to say, if I want to raise the bar and I want to command more respect from my team, what do I need to change about my interactions with them? Do I need to raise my executive presence? Do I need to raise my visibility? Do I need to come a bit more calm, cool, and collected to my interactions? Do I need to bring more inspiration? Do I need to bring more motivation? Do I need to be more actively involved in the solutions? So, the very first thing that you have to do is you have to say, if I feel that I'm being taken advantage of by my team, what is it that I am doing, or what is the environment that I am creating that is conducive to that? Because in every moment, every single day, you're teaching people how to interact with you and you're teaching people what to treat you and how to treat you and how to be in your presence, right? You're training people on that. And so you have to ask yourself, if you've created an environment where you are able to be taken advantage of, what have you done to create an environment where it's okay to take advantage of you? What have you done to create an environment? Are you people pleasing? Are you hesitating or staying away from challenging conversations, tough conversations? Are you not giving feedback and corrective action when you don't see what you want? Are you holding people accountable consistently? Are you being consistent in your messaging, in the feedback, direction, and expectations that you're setting? Every single one of these things, are you training your people on what this culture is going to be like, what the operation of this company is going to feel like and look like? And so before you can change how someone treats you, you have to change how you're showing up in that relationship. And if you want to command more respect, you have to raise your vibration. You have to raise your executive presence. You have to show up as the next level version of you to set a higher standard in everything that you do if you want anyone else around you to follow. So that's number one. But number two is you need to be transparent and you need to communicate so many times. And I actually write about this in the Bigger Than You book. And if you haven't already signed up for early notifications for pre-orders, which are coming very, very soon, make sure you scroll down below this podcast and sign up now for early notifications so that the moment that pre-orders open, you can grab your copy of the new audiobook. There are 7 bonus chapters, tips, tricks, tools, mindsets, everything that you need to understand what it takes to build a true championship team of A players that are in it to win it with you. And we're going to change that narrative around team. We're going to change that experience that people have had of building team by equipping leaders with the right tools to do it well and to get the results that you want. So if you haven't already, make sure you scroll down below this video, below this audio, and go ahead and do that now. Okay. The second thing, we talked about changing you. We talked about changing the dynamic of what you're commanding and how you're showing up and how you're training people to interact with you and all of that. Now we have to look at what is being communicated and how it's being communicated. And this is really, really crucial because if it's an unspoken expectation that you're just assuming through osmosis that people would just know that you want this or you need that or you require this or you're expecting that, don't expect people to be able to read your mind. They can't. Your job as a leader is to be explicit in your expectations, explicit in your desires. You have to clearly communicate over and over and over again, repetition, hundreds of times, who you want the organization to be, how you want to show up and behave, what the mission, vision, and goals are, how we're going to conduct ourselves in the pursuit of these things. This is an everyday conversation. As I mentioned already, for us, I'm reiterating these things many times daily in Miracle Hour. We're talking about our culture, our mission, our vision, our goals, what we're doing to get better, how we're going to improve, how we're going to get to where we want to be. In fact, on Miracle Hour today, we had a conversation about our mission to 100 million. How are we going to get there? What is it going to take? And we literally talked about specific things that we're going to work on improving in order to make sure that we're putting ourselves in alignment to do that. Okay. So the second big thing is that you have to communicate what it is that you want and expect and be consistent. And I hear from leaders all the time, well, I already said that. I already trained on that. I have been clear on this. I have told them that. I hear all the time, I've told them that. Telling someone something is not enough. First of all, you have to communicate repeatedly and consistently every single day about the things that are important to you, because otherwise people don't know what to really take action on and what to follow through on if you're not reiterating, okay, there are 1,000 things coming at you every single day, but these are the things that really matter most. And these are the things that I really need you to pay attention to. Okay. So you want to make sure that you are over communicating and repeating consistently what the priorities and expectations are. And so that's at a team and company level. And that's going to address a lot of the miscommunication that happens and a lot of the frustration that happens, because when those things are clear, it's going to be very black and white as to whether someone just is choosing to disrespect, a boundary or an expectation or whatever the case, or whether they just don't know because it hasn't been clearly communicated, and they're unaware that they are disappointing you or not meeting an expectation. And then the third thing is there has to be congruence on a personal level. right? So when you want to drive performance and when you want to improve interactions with the team and relationships and results, you have to get down on the level of the person that you're working with. You have to figure out what's important to them. You have to show them the what's in it for them. You have to really understand what's at the root cause of why you're frustrated with them or why you're disappointed with them. And you have to help them clearly understand what you need and expect from them in their role. Show them how you would like that to look. Be explicit and clear in the what, the why, and the how, and repeat it and make sure that you measure and track it. When you do that, you're going to very quickly see changes in the business. You're going to see one group of people that probably will exit the business because they don't want to be held accountable. They don't want to have the standard raised. They don't want to get uncomfortable having to raise the bar and up level. And then you're going to see another group of people that are going to immediately up level, and you're going to see a whole new level of capability and talent and conviction, because as you up level, they're immediately going to shift with you because you are either the cap or the catalyst to the business. So I think there's really three levels of this. I think there's the self-leadership and self-governance of you elevating yourself as a leader in the way that you're setting and communicating expectations, as well as how you are showing up. Then I think there's how you are leading out front with the team and all of the things that we just talked about as it relates to the way that you're interacting with the team. You're communicating what you're communicating. You're setting expectations. You're being clear. You're being convicted. You're repeating consistently vision, mission, goals, expectations, core values. And then there's the work one-on-one with each individual. And you should be expecting that you're moving fairly quickly to either category 1 or category 2. Category 1 is they're going to exit, and category 2 is they're going to up level. And there's no gray in between. And so very quickly, you should see that they're either deciding that they're going to exit or they're deciding that they're going to up level. And from there, you progress and just take the next step. But I say this all the time, and I really believe this to be true. No one wants to suck. No one wants to do a crappy job at their job. No one wants to be the person that you're angry or frustrated with. So you have to really look at your role in that relationship and how you need to change the dynamic of your relationship with that person to make sure that you're giving the best opportunity for there to be clarity and congruence and consistency in how you are working with them to up level their performance and deliver the goods. And this includes making sure that the role clarity and the expectations and the deliverables are crystal clear, that they're congruent and they're communicated and followed up on a consistent basis. So I hope this helps someone that's listening today. Sharing is caring. If you want to have a high performing team, a peaceful and profitable business, I want to make sure that you sign up for early notifications of Bigger Than You, the Entrepreneur's Guide to Building an Unstoppable Team. The audiobook is coming out this month, and there are 7 bonus chapters to help you to build the team that's behind the dream. Can't wait to see you on the next episode. Thanks as always for tuning in. Make sure you sign up for early notifications for the book, and see you on the next episode.